now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect a bit more, what are your sort of initial thoughts about where you guys are right now as a group?
Yeah, obviously, it wasn't really a step in the direction that we wanted to go. And I think all of us have answered questions the whole year about what happened and stuff. And I mean, injuries, no momentum, low immaturity in our game made us lose some games. Start of our games obviously weren't the strongest, and trailing behind pretty much 2/3 of the season, and obviously that hurts you long haul. And I mean, you can see it from the games that was being played yesterday. It came down to not even 1 point to make the playoff, and it's a lot of games this season that I think if we dial it in a little more and we played a little more mature, we could have gained those extra points, and that would have brought us a long way in the long haul.
So what do you hope kind of is the mentality from everyone in this room that will be returning this summer, approaching training camp?
Well, we got to see this as biggest motivation that we can, and really use this as fuel for the summer. I mean, obviously, a lot of guys are still dealing with injuries, and make sure that we rest that part, but we really have to dial it in, each and one of us as individuals, to come back here as a better player and more mature and ready to do the right things to get this team back in the playoff where we should be. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of these young guys are coming up now that they have a chance to take big steps to become better, and a lot of guys got a lot of ice time and matured a lot throughout the year, which I'm excited for the future too. And I mean, all of us just get to see it from the standpoint that we have a chance now to get a lot better and to get this back.
How pleased are you with your season, Jesper? How consistent you were throughout the year? One of your best years?
It's hard to say. I mean, obviously, I think there's things throughout the year that I improved on. And I think obviously I took my game to the next step, but at the same time, I'm still standing here in the middle of April and season's over, so can't say that I'm pleased by any means. I think there's things that I improved on in the summer that I continue working on throughout the year that made me a better player, but I think there's obviously higher levels for me myself to go to that I'm excited on putting in the work in the summer to help this team to get better.
I guess there's a certain point where you kind of get tired of talking about lessons learned from a season, right? You just want this to start happening consistently year in and year out.
Yeah, for sure. No, it is. And I mean, like I said, I think out of something like this, out of a setback like this, you can get something really positive out of it too. If you take it with the right approach and you're having the right motivation and the right mindset, you can make this into something great too. We saw that with Vegas last year, missing a playoff, going to win a cup, and I think that's something that we're gonna see this as a chance for ourselves to look ourselves in the mirror and improve, get a lot better, and make the team get better and win meaningful games.
Just it's disappointing for you guys, but also disappointing for the fans. What's your message to them that they've been so supportive through this entire rebuild process?
Yeah, obviously they're there every game we're playing. They're there supporting us. We know they're passionate. We're the same, and I think obviously we've talked about, we know what this team is capable of, and we know what the future is going to hold for us. And obviously thank them for what they've done for us throughout the year and supporting us. And I know that we as a group are going to benefit from this and come back even stronger.
Jesper, you played 82 games again this year. What do you attribute your durability to here these past couple of years?
I just try to do the best I can every day. Try to be a pro and try to lead the way for others, but lead the way for myself too, to get better each and every day, to take care of my body, to do everything that it takes for me to be the best version of myself, and try to make sure that I'm obviously fit and ready to go every night to help the team try to win games on the ice.
Are you going to split your? I was going to say, are you going to split your time between here and Sweden? Like, what's sort of your summer plan? And are you going to Worlds?
Still not ready to make a decision on that. We, together with the medical staff, we have a lot of things to go through before a decision on that is being made. And yes, I think that's kind of the main thing that we're talking about right now, to see what we'll do if we'll be heading back to Worlds or staying here to do some things with the team.
You played a lot on the PK this year, more than seasons previous. What did you enjoy about that responsibility, and how do you think you did?
Yeah, I love that responsibility. I'm very appreciative of the team having the confidence in putting me on the ice in those situations. So, I mean, I want to be a guy that contributes to the team in both ends of the ice, and I take a lot of pride in that. And obviously, that's a part of my game that I feel like I can improve a lot on too, and be an even bigger threat and help for a team to make sure that during the key moments of the game, I'm there to perform for the team.
Was there an adjustment? I don't know if you played more ice time, than seasons previous because you're playing more penalty kill time. But was there any adjustment at all, like in game? Like I need to, have my energy for this shift or that shift.
Not really. That's what I'm training for all summer, and to make sure that I'm ready to be on the ice every single second that I need to be out there. And I mean, I love being out there. The more I get to play, the more exciting it is. So I'm just always happy to get the trust from the team to be out there.
You've been here for a while now, a few coaches. What did you like about Travis when he took over for Lindy, and how sad were you to see Lindy go?
Obviously, it was mixed emotions. Like you said, I've talked about this before too. Lindy was such a big part of my my development throughout the years, and I mean, I was with Lindy for 3 seasons, and he kind of teach me how to become the player I am today, and was a big reason to where I am the kind of player that I am today. And obviously, it was mixed emotions with that. I think I always have had a good relationship with Greener. I think we share the similar view of details and the passion for the game and the intensity that needs to be for each individual every day to become even better and to be a better player and to improve every single day. Every day you come into the rink, you have a goal of being better as an individual and better as a team. And I think me and Greener really share that same mindset of attention to detail and will to win and will to get better.
7th season playing with Nico Hischier, what have you seen over the years that allows him to be such a leader for the team?
Well, obviously he's an all-time pro. I mean, he takes care of himself the right way. He carries himself the right way. He wants to win. Obviously, everyone knows about his play on the ice. He's one of the best defensive players in the game, and also a guy that is so good defensively and still pretty much a point-per-game player. So it gives you a really good centerman in your team and leader for that reason too. He's always team-first guy and always wants to win. So that's impressive to see him learn and grow as a person and as a captain every year. And love every second getting to play with him.
Thanks, Brandon. Johnny, how difficult is it as a group to be standing here at this time of year, knowing what you guys were able to accomplish last year? Like, what's sort of the feeling right now?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously expectations, were a lot this year coming into it, and obviously didn't live up to them. So it's tough, and can only learn from it and move past it.
And when you sort of take this feeling, like, what do you hope that does to drive you guys in the summer? Because you've obviously learned as a group, it's not going to replicate itself on its own.
Yeah, obviously, not as easy, as most people probably thought. But like I said, you just try to learn from what happened this year, build on it, and come back obviously and have a better year.
So then, what is the most important thing you think was learned out of this process?
I just think how hard it is to win in this league.
Yeah.
Night in, night out. Every team's a good team, so you just got to bring that consistency.
There's a lot of moving parts with the D-Corps this year. How do you feel that you all were able to respond and still keep pushing and learning throughout all 82 games?
Yeah, it was tough. Obviously Dougie going down, some young guys in the lineup. But I mean, obviously didn't go the way we wanted. Mm-hmm. But, battle to the end. We did what we could and, go from there.
What are you focusing on the most with your summer to get to that next level next year?
Trying to build on, all aspects of the game, being, more consistent, every night and, offensive, defensively.
Do you have any plans to go to Men's Worlds or any particular off-season training?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
I'll take it from here and figure it out.
Thanks, Johnny.
Okay, thanks.
Curtis, let's obviously start with how you're feeling, kind of what happened, and, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I guess no one really knew when it happened. Ran into a guy mid-second period. Kind of knew right away what happens. Shoulder injury, nothing too major. I I'd be cleared probably this week. Again, just kind of ran out of runway, so body's feeling good. Unfortunately, we got too much time here to rest up.
And then when you sort of look at this season and where you guys are, I know we talk a lot about last year versus this year, but what type of fuel should this feeling that everyone's having right now do in the summer and coming up here?
Yeah, I think we can learn a lot because we can see how close things are from, succeeding and I guess you could say failing. This time of year you don't want to be here having these meetings. But for this group and for the guys, the bulk of the guys that have been through, the success and then falling up short, it's big. Now for us, the big thing is looking in the mirror, understanding where can we get better, what can we do to get back on track. And we know that the margin and the areas we need to grow, they're slim, but the detail work goes a long way. So I'm excited about the outlook of this team moving forward because we've experienced a lot now, and a lot of times you learn how to lose and before you do win, and I think we've done all that now, and now it's a matter of making the next step. We have a long summer here. We can't overlook the summer too. We got to put in work. I think everyone's got to be in better shape, be ready to skate, and we're going to be a determined group, that's for sure.
Just looking at the impact you had throughout this season, you've always talked about wanting to be someone who can fit in and just put their body to work and always have an impact. How would you assess your year?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we talk about finish the year with an injury, unfortunately, but I played over 70 games, which for the way I played, it's pretty good. I'm getting older, the wear and tear on the body keeps on adding up, but every time I step in the ice, I lay it all on the line. There's going to be mistakes, there's going to be ups and downs, but it's not going to be for lack of trying. For myself, too, I mean, you go back to training camp, playing in every preseason game, so that's a lot of hockey, too. They said they wanted to get me extra reps to kind of get my body right, and I kind of looked at them, they're trying to evaluate something here. And that kind of gave me that fire and that burn. That's, they want to see something. And I thought I had a very strong camp, and that allowed me to kind of start the season off right and kind of carry that momentum all the way through. So, personally, I'm pretty happy with my season. Now it's a matter of maintaining that and also, addressing the areas of what can I improve to take that next step.
What are those areas?
We'll see. I got to talk to the staff about that. But you look at the injuries and stuff too. I mean, I played center, I played left wing, I played right wing. I think I was effective in all three positions. Maybe at times playing a little bit higher up in the lineup that I probably should be. But I welcome those challenges. I think I showed that I'm able and capable of, holding down the fort, I guess you can say. But ultimately, if you get more healthy, I'll be kind of in my spot, in my niche, and just get some momentum and some chemistry with some guys, and really identifying a role in our line.
Curtis, what kind of qualities does this team need in a coach, whoever it may be? Maybe it's Travis, maybe it's a different person, but what kind of qualities do you think this team needs?
Yeah, that's tough. Coaching and everything's made of it, the big coaching share with Lindy and whatnot. I'm never a firm believer in the coach is the problem. Mm-hmm. It always is going to fall back on the players. You're in the NHL for a reason. You know what it takes to manage a game. And a lot of the times, we threw them away with mistakes that we've made, really to ourselves. And that comes within this dressing room and the guys that are on the ice playing the game. So as a coach, you want someone that's, it's personable. And I think Greener's done a great job with that, having that open and honest communication and those conversations that allow you on a day-to-day basis know where you stand. The ice time fluctuates here and there with how you're feeling, and that's how it's going to be. You're not going to be at your best every single game, but you hope that other guys can kind of rise to that, challenge. And most nights have, I guess, more than the fewer that are showing up to play. So the communication's there, the work ethic and practice and whatnot, and system-wise, you saw us go from Lindy's system to changing to more traditional style. Everyone can adapt and play. So again, it's just a matter of buying in and really focusing on our talents as individuals, because we have a wide range of guys and a pretty complete team when we all show up to play.
What does this summer kind of look like for you? Are you going to stick around here, or are you going to go back home? Or?
I'm a local now, I guess. I rented my house out back in Kelowna to a family that lost their home in a fire last summer, so we got nowhere to go back home. So we're sticking around here. So if you guys need anything, I'll be around. Looking for a babysitter, I guess, once in a while.
I'm good.
But no, I'm looking forward to that as well. A little bit more time in our schedules here where you can get out and explore the area and whatnot. So from a family standpoint, I think we're all looking forward to that.
Will you be working on and forgiving Jack this summer? What's that sort of process like?
The old Hughes beef. It still gets brought up that Jack gave me a scar on my face, but no, there's no love lost. He loves the Devils. I think Timo's moving up now with his bobblehead because he's the latest one. He's surpassing Dawson Mercer, although we have a couple of Bratt bobbleheads that haven't been open yet. But no, again, we have a great team, and even with the jokes I have with Luke and Jack and all those guys, I mean, it's all in good fun. I love those guys. I'm always going to have their back, and we're good friends.
It's got to be so refreshing for you, like, this time last year, like, everything was chaotic for you, and then this season must feel a little bit more, I guess, settled. I mean, just for you personally, not necessarily team up, but just you personally.
Absolutely. As life as a hockey player, it's all hands on deck, and you think about that, and first thing that comes to mind, you think just at the rink. But outside of it, there's a big part of that, and just being able to be a person. Your mental state's a big thing, and having my wife, who's done an outstanding job of moving around and us raising our kids, it makes my job so much easier coming here, knowing that everything's taken care of at home, and then also being able to celebrate those moments. As I said, have my family come to the rink, hop on the ice with the little guys and stuff like that. So from a mental standpoint, it's awesome. I mean, I owe my family a lot, and to have that stability, like you said, I do appreciate it. Something I don't take for granted.
Jersey Shore guy this summer?
I'll check it out. I'm probably supposed to keep my sleeves on, but again, that whole thing. My son loves sharks and whatnot, so we'll be checking out every aquarium in the area. But like you said, I mean, it's a new area that we're looking forward to kind of exploring all over.
Just knowing this community and the fans and the whole fan base that's been here, how would you describe what it's like to be a New Jersey Devil and have the community support?
It's unbelievable. And again, you look at kind of our seasons, and last year, all the success we had, and how loud and proud they were, and then this year, I mean, they let us hear their displeasure when it's deserved and whatnot, but they always stand behind us, and you really appreciate that. And I think New Jersey is kind of a hidden gem when it comes to playing the NHL. Our fans are passionate, and every time we step in the ice, we want to make them proud. I enjoy it. I know they've embraced the way that I've played a lot too, and I really appreciate that, because we step on the ice a lot and hear their support, and at some point too, I guess we're entertainers. We want to put on a show for them. So they're some of the best in the league for sure.
What has this season taught you in terms of the youth on this team?
Yeah, it's funny. I can answer as an older guy now, I guess.
Not you.
Yeah. No, on the potential is there. Seeing these guys step in and playing prominent roles, probably maybe a little bit more than they were going to be. I guess soon be asked. But just the growth they want, the young guys showing up every day, wanting to learn, buying into our team systems, and living through your mistakes too. Mistakes are going to happen. I mean, it's the best league in the world. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So for those guys to continue to grow, the potential we have is outstanding, and I think that's what's really exciting to be a New Jersey Devil, is knowing the personnel that we have, the young core that we have, and each and every year, win or lose, you're learning something, and eventually we're going to get to that end goal.
Obviously a disappointing year for this group, just the way things ended. What do you hope that, a lot of these guys who are going through this for the first time can take into the summer and next season about what it means?
Yeah, I mean, just a learning experience to, reset during summer, think about it, what happened, and just train, make sure we train harder, and we're, ready for a, training camp, and hopefully, everybody going to be in a great shape, and we can have a good season.
What do you hope are sort of the lessons learned of an 82-game schedule from last year to this year that you think is important?
I mean, it's more like learn how to win games. There's so many games I thought we deserved points, but we didn't. We lost. We got scored on last second or the last period, and we didn't get anything. And then at the end, it cost us a playoffs. But it's just not that. It's just not the points. It's our game mentality to play good defense. I think we did a good enough job this season.
Looking at your current Tampa, obviously there were times where team went to the Cup final, lost, and 2 years later missed the playoffs, then a couple years later win back-to-back Cups. What can you teach this locker room about? Sometimes you take steps backward to take steps forward.
Exactly, and sometimes you need to lose to learn and be better, and that's exactly what we did in Tampa. We had a terrible playoffs. We got swept. We look ourselves in the mirror. We made some changes. Coaches made some changes in the structure, and we took the defensive part of the game as a number one that's going to help us to success in this league. So that's what happened the next couple of years.
Ondrej, how do you feel about your game 2 years into your contract?
I thought obviously not great year, not a lot of points, but like I said, I'm not judging my season on the points. I'm judging it on how, if I'm working hard enough, if I'm winning battles, if I'm setting example for the group, and I thought I did okay. Not great, obviously. So there's room for improvement, and hopefully I'll be better next year.
Where do you see yourself wanting to improve your game?
I mean, offensively, I would love to score more goals. I'm doing anything I can, but sometimes it's just not going to happen. So, offensively, I would like to improve my game, but like I said, I need to be better.
Where will you be training this summer, and are you going to be going to Worlds?
What's that?
Where will you be training this summer, and are you going to go to Worlds?
Yeah, I'll go to Worlds if I make the Czech team. I'll meet them at the end of the month, and then I'll get a couple of weeks off and get back to training.
Ondrej, to open the season next year in your home country, I mean, what does that mean for you and for some of your teammates?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's almost unbelievable, to play NHL in Czech. So a lot of excitement, and I can't wait for that.
The coaching change that was made this season, what did you like about Travis and what he brought in? Why do you think maybe it had to end that way with Lindy?
I mean, they have different style of coaching. I like Lindy as a coach and a person, but we got Greeny. Greeny I think he did a great job. A lot of details. Practices were hard, on point, and yeah, I thought Greeny was good.
As a veteran, what do you see in Nico Hischier that makes him an effective captain?
I mean, leading by example on the ice and off the ice. He had a great season. So even from last year, I think he was a better leader. He even if we didn't make the playoffs, he was the guy that everybody is counting on and watching him, how he's working hard on the ice.
Last year there was that 13-game win streak early in the year, which kind of relieved a lot of the pressure in terms of you guys were always in a favorable standings position after that. Was this maybe a more realistic sample for these guys of what the actual pressure and grind on a normal year to get into the playoffs and battle for those points is?
I mean, it's hard to tell. Last year happens. It was a good season. Everybody was very excited, but it's every year is going to be very hard to make a playoffs. If somebody thinks next year it's going to be easier, no, it's not. It's going to be way harder. There's going to be other teams that want to make the playoffs. So it's kind of hard to look back. If we would have 10-game win streak this season, that would help and would probably make the playoffs, but we didn't. And that's what happens, and we have to move on and get better, learn from it.
You mentioned the Tampa team that had the setbacks to make the comebacks. Do you see those bones in this room too?
Yeah, I think so, but we have to take the next step. We did it in Tampa, and I don't want to talk about always Tampa because it's. But I'm here now. But yeah, I see the team here that should make a playoffs at least, and to win.
What kind of qualities in a coach does this team need?
I mean, Travis was great. We're a younger group. We need a lot of details in our game. We need to learn how to play the right way. We need to hold ourselves accountable too, because we need to kind of have a hard coach that tell everybody, if it's me or the youngest guy, he needs to tell me what's wrong and fix it and get better, and I think how we're gonna move on, to be honest to each other.